I shouted pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, about tag on I got it in the bag, man. Getting all type of cash, I'm a general truth. I never did anybody, but I got something.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Breeze. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, this is Devontae Booker. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Here we go.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Breeze now on first down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. This is Booker on the jump ball. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
21. Ready, 11. You ready? Got it.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, it's Stafford. That's caught. It's Malone. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Oh, the strength of Eifert. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Big 20. 22. 22.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
Well, he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake. Breeze looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Here we go. Hey, Red!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
21!
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The drive starts with Devontae Booker, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Get set. 21.
Breeze to throw on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, yellow lady.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On the ball.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
You ready? 180. 40 got.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Able to get away. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And Bullock will put this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Got it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, set. 250. Here we go.
A handoff to Mixon. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Roger. Very left.
Keenum to throw on second down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Working from the gun, Keenum. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They do snap it to Keenum. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and the Bengals will get the football back. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay, and that one is now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Cardinals. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Throwing now is Keenum. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Keenum throwing on second. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Keenum now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Keenum now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. He's got daylight. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Mixon will get it to start the second half. Oh, and now he bowls him over, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure on the offensive side, they said well, there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football. I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. On the screen, Bernard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes...
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A second down carry for Booker. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
good, we're good.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Roger.
Right there. 54.
22. On 53.
Watch the pass.
They are going for it. Keenum. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kavari Russell. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt.